That morning, I sat on the terrace, watching the sky as it slowly changed colors. In the days before, I often found myself anxious over things beyond my understanding, trying to control every unpredictable aspect of my life. At one point, I realized something was wrong with the way I faced life. It felt like a burden pressing down on me, growing heavier with each passing day. That was when I began learning about Stoic philosophy, and little by little its lessons started to resonate in my daily life, bringing about a change I never expected. If you find this video helpful, please give it a like and a super thanks under the title. Are you ready? Let's begin. First, control what you can, and release what you can't. I remember vividly how, for years, I often felt frustrated over things beyond my control. Work challenges, relationships, even the weather not going my way. One day, I was rushing to a crucial meeting when a sudden downpour stopped me. Instantly, I felt angry and anxious, wondering, how will I get there on time? What if my boss gets upset? This line of thinking triggered stress that left me feeling powerless. But after studying Stoicism, I realized something important. I couldn't control the rain. I could only control myself. I paused, took a deep breath, and accepted the reality of being late. Rather than panic, I focused on what I could do. I messaged a colleague to inform them of my delay, waited for the rain to subside, and arrived at the office calmer than I had been before. To my surprise, the meeting went smoothly, and no one seemed to mind my lateness. This was one of the first moments I truly felt the power of Stoic philosophy. By focusing on what I could control, my thoughts and actions, I managed to reduce stress and anxiety. The more I released things beyond my control, the lighter my life felt. This lesson has given me a sense of calm when facing uncertainty, allowing me to live with more freedom. I came to understand that trying to control what's beyond our grasp brings suffering, whereas acceptance brings peace. Second, train yourself in mindfulness. As I delved into Stoicism, I became increasingly aware of the importance of being fully conscious of my thoughts, emotions, and reactions in various situations. One experience stands out, illustrating the benefits of mindfulness. One afternoon, stuck in traffic after a long day at work, I began feeling frustrated by the seemingly endless congestion. Normally, in this scenario, my mind would flood with complaints. But this time was different. I remembered a Stoic teaching. We shouldn't react automatically, but rather become aware of what we're feeling and respond wisely. I paused, took a deep breath, and examined the source of my frustration. I realized it wasn't the traffic itself that was the issue. It was my reaction to it. Gradually, I learned to release the negative emotions, focusing instead on what I could do in the moment. I put on some calming music, relaxed my shoulders, and simply experienced the moment. I chose not to let the traffic dictate my mood. The more I practiced this awareness, the more I could stay composed, even when the world around me seemed chaotic. I discovered that mindfulness reduces stress and anxiety, which often come from automatic, unexamined reactions. Stoicism teaches that we have full control over our minds, not over the external world. Third, don't let others' opinions control you. In the past, I was highly sensitive to others' thoughts or comments about me. Even minor criticism could ruin my mood. I remember a particularly harsh critique at work. Despite my best efforts, it made me doubt myself for days. But as I explored Stoicism, I realized that others' opinions are not reflections of my self-worth. Stoicism emphasizes that we cannot control what others think, say, or do. We can only control our reactions. Over time, I learned to view criticism as an opportunity for growth, rather than as a personal attack. I started distinguishing between constructive feedback and comments based on others' emotions or misunderstandings. If the feedback was valuable, I'd work to improve. If it was irrelevant or too personal, I didn't let it affect me. This experience made me stronger and emotionally independent. Fourth, remember memento mori. Remember that you will die. One concept in Stoicism that initially felt dark to me was memento mori, or remember that you will die. I once lost a close friend in a sudden accident which deeply shook me. This loss forced me to reflect on life's fragility and how we often live as if we have endless time. I realized I'd been delaying important things, dreams, quality time with loved ones, assuming there would always be more time. Learning about memento mori taught me that contemplating mortality is not about fear, but about living with urgency and purpose. Stoicism encourages us to use this awareness to cherish each day as a precious opportunity. Fifth, practice amor fati. Love your fate. Another powerful Stoic principle that reshaped my outlook on life is amor fati, or love your fate. This concept teaches us to embrace all that happens, good or bad, as part of our journey. When a major life plan failed, I was initially devastated, feeling like all my efforts had been wasted. But by practicing amor fati, I began to see failure not as an end, but as a stepping stone. Stoicism helped me understand that hardships are essential experiences that build resilience and wisdom. Sixth, virtue is the ultimate goal of life. For Stoics, the ultimate purpose in life is virtue, not happiness or material achievements. Stoic virtues encompass wisdom, courage, justice, and self-control. This perspective shifted my focus from seeking external validation to leading a life guided by these timeless principles. When I began evaluating my actions by these virtues, considering whether I was wise and fair, whether I acted with integrity, my achievements became more meaningful. Living virtuously brought a peace and sense of self-worth that no external success could match. Finally, live simply and focus on what truly matters. Amidst life's distractions, Stoicism showed me the power of simplicity. True happiness isn't found in material pursuits or status. It comes from within. I started reevaluating my needs, realizing that many of my desires were unnecessary. I began treasuring time with loved ones, feeling grateful for my health, and finding fulfillment in honest work. Living simply freed me from the endless cycle of consumption and left me more fulfilled. Stoicism teaches us to seek peace within, not in the external world. These 7 life lessons from Stoic philosophy have transformed the way I live. By understanding and applying these principles, I feel more at peace, wiser, and better equipped to handle life's challenges. This philosophy has helped me live a more meaningful life, filled with genuine happiness.